What is up, everyone? Today I'm going to be giving you guys a very quick tutorial on how to set up Mek Aio for Yeezy supply for the Yeezy slide drop. But before I do have two quick announcements. First announcement being I am now sponsored by Diamond Proxies. I would like to thank this company for reaching out to me. Been using them for years, and it felt really great when I got the message that they would like to work with me. So again, thank you guys very much. The second announcement being I am also now sponsored and working with the Bot Spot. You guys can go to their server and get you bot rentals for not too much because sometimes rentals can be expensive, but I've looked at the prices. These prices are extremely fair, and my discount codes for both companies will be in the description below. Thank you guys for reaching out to me, and let's get into this tutorial. So when you first open up Mek Aio, you're going to see your home, tasks. This is where you will run tasks for the websites, profile, the profiles you'll run on these websites, and the proxies, and the tool section as well. So the first thing you guys want to make sure you do, you gotta have a profile here. Otherwise, you won't be able to check out a single thing anywhere at all. So when you guys set up your profile, you guys want to make sure that the billing and shipping match. For Yeezy supply, you want to use cards like Stripe, Amex, Privacy, or Slash. I do know firsthand that debit cards might work, but MasterCards officially do not work on YS at all. So when you guys set up your profile, you hit save, and it'll go to the top left, and that'll be what you run on drop day. So the second thing you guys want to make sure you have is proxies in. Make sure you have really good, clean proxies for Yeezy supply, because carding on hype drops can sometimes be an issue. For YS, you want to run a mix of ISP and Resis. ISPs can be expensive, but it's always worth the investment. Make sure you guys grab dailies or weeklies. Monthlies are high, but from my experience, dailies and weeklies do better justice for me. And the last thing, you guys want to make sure that you have set up a capture harvester for YS also. So we can just name this YS1 and throw in a random number for a proxy. You want to hit save. So for YS, you guys got to make sure that you click this box here and hit YS Advanced. And then you want to hit save and then sign into YouTube and then open up the capture harvester. Now, lately for Yeezy supply for me, AYCD has been way better in terms of passing splash. Mbot, I would take too long. Maybe my Gmails were just terrible, but Mbot, I always saw myself not checking out with Mek until 10 minutes after the drop started, which was way too late, especially on drops like slides. You want to be passing immediately. So let's just go over here and set up a test so we can get started. So when you first want to set up for Yeezy supply, you want to make sure that you're running a decent amount of tests. So let's say you guys want to run 200 tests per colorway. So we can set up for that. So YS Onyx, create, and then Mek uses the link, not keywords. So you go to Yeezy Supply themselves, click on a product, I'm banned, whatever. Copy the link, go back to your Mek, paste the link in. The delay, Mek advises to use 5,000 as your default. I've seen some people running lower, but I just stick with default. Whatever Mek says, I usually do. So your proxy, that proxy list that you put in, you want to make sure you select that also. Cap, now again, if you're not using AYCD, leave this set to none. Do not select anything else. But if you are using AYCD, select your AYCD token right here. And for 3D, I usually use local. I don't really see a difference between task proxy selecting your list of proxies and local, but local does seem to do fine, so I just use that. And then after you do all of this, you guys just want to hit save. Click this plus sign for slides. Unless you're running certain sizes, you guys want to run random. Random is always best for a drop like this. select your profile. Now for me, for YS, for Mek, I usually run 200 tests per, I usually run 200 tests per color, or I'll just duplicate. I'll show you guys how to do that. So create 200. And now Mek also advises you guys to use 50-50. So some task groups you want to use weight cell, some not. So we can just, honestly, we can just duplicate this over and over. And then you want to go back into Mek, go back to the, go back to the Yeezy supply, sorry. Go back to YS, click on the different color, copy that. And then you can just change out the link right here. And 200 tests per group seems to be fine, 800 tasks in total. And then you always want to start for a drop leg slides. This is very important. For a drop leg slides, you want to start as soon as the waiting room goes up, which is usually around 45. So if the drop is at 9 a.m., the waiting room will go up at 8:45 a.m. That's when you guys want to start. If you do not start early, you will not pass the queue at all, and you will not check out. This was a very big problem for me. I always would start around 55, and the sale would go live at like 9:03, and I would not check out until very late. But starting at 8:45, right when the waiting room goes up, is the best time. So if you guys also are not passing splash, if you're using AYCD, you want to change out, you want to stop certain Gmails and press start on new ones. But if you're not using AYCD, and if you're using NBot, you want to close that Gmail out. So just close that Gmail and then open up a brand new one. So you can just simply, let's say you have this setup right here, you can simply just close this out and then open up a new one, or just make sure you already have it added in. If you don't have it added in, that's fine. You can quickly add one in, but it's just that simple. Just hit YS Advanced, click Save, sign into YouTube right here, press Open, and then boom, you're all good. And if your tasks are stuck on submitting shipping, submitting order, do not stop that task. If you stop that task, that order possibly, well, there's no possibly, that order will not go through. So just let the test run, listen to your discords, listen to your cook groups, pay attention to all bot discords, and you guys will be fine. The Yeezy slides are very, very, very profitable. There's no reason to not run anything you have. Every bot, all proxy providers use everything you guys have, and you will be fine. And let's have a cookout on Monday morning, and I will see you guys then.